and because, and I'm going to have a hard time getting through this. I really am.
Good.
But this is God speaking to this old man, Joffrey. And you say whatever you want. It doesn't matter. I'm recording this. I don't know if we'll ever publish it. But the, I had the major surgery, and I put the oxycodone down the garbage disposal. And at the time, I thought this is just a big, bold, stupid decision. And I stood there at the sink. I said, God, okay, do your stuff. Now, but here's what's behind the scenes. I'm thinking, God, you're going to relieve me from pain tonight. He did not. He did not, because he's too smart to listen to me. Let me see. You have surgery on Monday, and the doctor came to me and very clearly said, in about 2 to 3 days, we have some numbing anesthetic around your hip, the trauma point. He said, in 2 or 3 days, that's going to leave you. And in 2 to 3 days, you're not going to like me because you will have pain. And I said, okay, I understand. And you know what? He was so right, because let me see, oxycodone went down the drain Tuesday morning, I think, and pain hit Wednesday and Thursday, Joffrey.
Oh.
But no, don't feel sorry for me, because I did what God told me to do. And I knew that somewhere in there are some decent results. And during that time, he said, okay, bucko, you're in pain. Now you might listen. You might just stop talking. You might listen. I said, okay, you got my attention. What else am I going to do?
Yeah.
And he said very clearly, he said, okay, PowerPoint Ministries, 54 countries in 2020. He said, pick up the pace, put on the pressure, get stuff done.
Oh, wow.
Don't be so nice to Joffrey. But, pick up the pace. And
Thank
of course,
you, Lord.
And then, of course, sometimes, God speaks their intuitive thoughts, and being a crazy guy like me, I'm wondering, is this intuitive thought from God, or is it just my crazy? How do you ever know? But I've been leading a spiritual life. I have my war room. I go to there every morning, and I read the one verse about ask for what you want. God's going to deliver. Do it within God's will, and you'll get the stuff. You will get what you ask.
That's right.
So I wanted direction. So I got great pain.
Wow.
And I became a listener. And anybody listen, if I publish this, anybody that knows me, I'm not a listener. Joffrey, am I a listener?
Go ahead.
Oh, okay, all right. So now, and there's more to the story. It gets better.
Good.
And I thought, okay, God, I did what you said, and the results weren't what I wanted, but I listened. I get it. I'll pick up the pace, because I was listening. So, and then I had a conversation with someone who had a financial need, Joffrey, and I have a little bit of fund money, $20 bills at a time. It turns into cash, and of course I'm in Springfield, and I have one winter shirt, one. That's it. You're looking at it. A friend gave it to me, and I'm a cheap guy. I'm not going to spend a nickel. And I thought, okay, here's some fun money. I might have 2 shirts that I can wear. And then I met this financial need, and the guy said, hey, where's that fun money? This is the hard part for me. Where's the fun money? He said, get it out. You have those greeting cards, get it out, start counting them. I said, how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 20s is that's a pretty round number. I said, God, there ain't nothing left, buddy. And you know what? It's right out of the Bible where he says, throw the net over.
Yeah.
There's no reply after that. I heard nothing. So I thought, okay, I get it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to put $100 in the mail to someone who has a need. And I know this person it will help. It won't solve anything, but it will help. And also, there goes my fun money, and there goes my second shirt. Yeah, go ahead. Send money, people. So, so, but Joffrey, I did that. Listen to this. This is scary. I did it on Monday. I wrote a nice note. I put it in the mail Monday with great self doubts, thinking, okay, is my intuitive thinking just delusional? You know what I mean? I'm saying God
Yeah.
speaks, other people saying you're just freaking crazy. Because what I did made no financial sense, except
Yeah.
I thought I was responding to God's voice. Guess what I got in the mailbox the next morning, Joffrey? The next morning, I sent $100 cash because I don't have any checks. I received a check for 200
Amazing.
the next day.
Amazing how God works.
And I thought, okay. And I even looked at the check and I said, I don't need to cash it, God. I get it. It's very clear, the timing, so on and so forth. This is you
Yeah.
talking to me. So I guess I'll become a better listener. But Joffrey, how does that impact you? I sent
Oh man,
100
it's
that
awesome.
I could not afford to send.
Yeah.
And it's not something I'm going to share publicly, except because of you and the timing. And
Yeah.
the next morning, I receive a check for $200.
That's God. God.
I gave a
God.
buck. I got
God does.
two.
God pays for what He orders.
Well, and I didn't do that in anticipation of a reward. That
No.
was
No.
not in my wheelhouse. I
Right.
just thought, God, you said to do it. I'm doing it. But you know what? In my world, people don't spend money. Well, anyway, this makes no sense, but I'm going to do it. And I did it.
Uh,
Next morning, you and I have a somewhat lively conversation. I go to the mailbox, open it, and say, $200. Okay, God, I I have just been confirmed that all my crazy thinking, or when I'm praying, my
yeah.
crazy thinking is directly from you.
Yeah.
Now,
And
Joffrey,
that's funny.
no, you
That's
go
funny.
ahead. I thanks for listening. That's
Well, it's just funny because my side of that was, um, Lord, I need to help show this man some appreciation for what he all the what I've been telling him. I've been paying him the big bucks, but
well, it was big
uh,
bucks to me.
I said you know I was almost embarrassed to send you so little, and I just said I hope he won't be offended.
No, Joffrey,
you know
I was really in shock, and it wasn't you sending it or anything. It was the timing. You didn't
yeah,
know what I did. I
yeah,
didn't know
right,
what I was going to do.
right,
And I had great self doubts thinking, I don't have this money to give. I really don't.
sure,
And
sure.
also it was somewhat of a sacrifice because I wanted to buy another shirt.
Boy,
And I
I
thought,
tell you, I've been there.
and I know, and a lot of, and I thought it's not that big. I like this shirt, and I can wear a different shirt over it, and nobody know, and nobody cares. Nobody cares. But then
No,
I put $100 cash in the mail
uh,
based on a crazy intuitive thought, which was God's voice. And I'm kind of looking, I never even asked for it. I'm just looking for kind of confirmation. Am I really listening to you, or am I just going crazy in my old age? And I think the answer was yes and yes.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
God.